Development consultant Don Morgan wants to bring his expertise to the Pasadena mayoral seat. He joins us to explain, why are you running? Thanks for being here, Don.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
There's so much going on in this city right now.
There is a lot going on in
It
the
seemed
city.
like, right at the start of the new year, you hit the ground running.
Yeah. Well, again, we knew that was a huge opportunity for the mayor to play a significant role in so many of the amazing things, both on the opportunity and the needs side of what we can do here in Pasadena. So, what I love about our town is we're 140,000 residents, so we're big enough to have real opportunities and real challenges, but also small enough that I think we can do things here that no other city in the country really has the potential to do. So, the opportunity to come here and align resources and get so many of the institutions in Pasadena working together to do some really innovative things, I think is very exciting for the next mayor.
So what are the biggies that you want to accomplish?
Well, the three things that you just can't disconnect, obviously, are the economy and jobs, right? They're a key driver, and housing, of course, is attached to that. And then those are huge indicators for how we do on the education side. And we know if we do well on those three things, then crime goes down, and the other things that we're facing as a community also start to really get improved. So,
But one of the things that strikes me with Pasadena, we have such a high per capita of, agencies and organizations, nonprofits working in the city. But then we still have that, the whole tale of two cities, and we talked about the shootings recently.
Yes.
So how do you align that? How do you bring those two things together?
Sure. So it turns out that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. So as a fundraiser for nonprofits, I discovered quickly that they don't always talk to each other very well, and they don't talk to governments very well. So, and that's what I teach students as a graduate professor at USC. But I think our opportunity is to align the work of those organizations, get them to talk to each other. Certainly on the school district side, we have Armory providing arts education for our school district, and CATS providing PE, and College Access Plan providing college guidance. So we need to. The mayor is almost a matchmaker, I think, in some ways.
Sure. We do have lots of resources, but what are you going to do with this crazy scandal?
Sadly,
less resources. 6.4 million less.
Sadly, as you look at it, you probably shouldn't be that shocked. Even though we are a very sophisticated community, we still run our city government at times a bit like a small town. And if you look at the systems in place, we didn't follow some very basic general accounting principles. And sadly, the oversight from city council on, didn't adequately detect this. And it was very unsophisticated in the way it went about. So I would certainly restore the internal audit function, but also make sure that they're not just looking at audit on the back end, but also really looking at performance on the front end so that we're using every dollar more effectively.
So how is this going to affect your family life? You have 4 children?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so tell me how this is all going to work.
I do. Someone asked me recently, gosh, how in the world are you running for mayor? Don't you have 4 kids? And I said, you don't understand. It's actually the exact opposite. I'm running for mayor because I have 4 kids. And I think it's such an important lesson for them. We all have a responsibility to work to the best of our ability to increase our community, improve our community. And they're having a blast. They're going to a lot of activities. They're spending a lot of time at local churches and things like that. And it's important work, and they get that. And I think that they're really enjoying it.
Is one of your kids more of the kind of on board as your sidekick? Or?
They're differently on board around different things. My 10-year-old is a big reader and very interested in these things. She loves going to the churches with me and seeing very different cultures and things like that. So my son likes, maybe it'll give me access to more sports and things like that. So it just depends on the kid.
All right. Well, we just wanted to thank you for coming out here. I know you've been doing a lot of forums out there.
We have, had another one last night.
So keep coming back here,
Thank
and
you.
We'll support you in what you're doing.
Thank you. We need a lot of folks in our community very involved in this election. First time in 16 years. It's a big one. And as you said, you're talking about big issues, and the mayor has a big role to set a vision for us to address those. It's different than a city council person's job,
And to reach out to all different types of people, not just old town or South Lake.
That's right. No, we need a mayor who can be all of Pasadena's mayor and work in very different communities with people who don't always agree with each other.
Absolutely. So raising 4 kids.
Raising 4 kids. Exactly.
Well, thanks, Don.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, new research could make prosthetics a thing of the past.
Dr. List tells us about a major medical breakthrough, growing muscles in a lab. You won't want to miss this next.